Hello, we're Bonnie.
And John, traveling with our dog Fiona. Originally from Southern California, we left our jobs behind, sold everything, and set off for Portugal's Silver Coast.
Join us on this journey as we navigate Portuguese residency, build new friendships and community, and discover the rich history of Europe. These are the escapades of Bonnie and John. Hi, we're Bonnie and John. We bought an apartment in Portugal in the year of 2022, and we moved here later in 2024. We decided to live in the city center of a mid-sized city in Portugal.
Some of the reasons for that are that we don't have a car, we don't want a car, so we take the train everywhere, or we're able to Bolt or Uber to most places that we need to go or want to go. Another reason is to also walk to most of the places, like go to the mini markets that are nearby. Some grocery stores are pretty close. We can Bolt or Uber if we need to go farther. Also, the exercise of just walking to all these places. Walk to dinner. After dinner, we walk home. And also, living in the city center enables you to meet up with people and join activities.
Along with that, we've been able to meet a lot of friends, but it's very easy to meet up if you're only 2 or 3 minutes away from a cafe or a restaurant. So you can, easily meet up. It's not like someone has to schedule a 30-minute drive into town. The people that we do know that live outside, we rarely see them. Maybe once a month at a big meetup or something like that. But generally speaking, their close friends all live within the city center. None of us have cars, so we schedule a lot of, impromptu dinners, cafes, happy hour drinks, things like that. So it makes it much more conducive to meeting people. On this vlog, we'll take you along with us on our everyday life in Portugal. We'll talk about things that you should or might want to know before you come here on either a visit or to live, and also things that you'll only learn after living here. Our goal was to quit our jobs and retire early, as we were in our early 50s and coming out of COVID, which, like many, changed our perspective on life. These are the 5 reasons we chose Portugal to retire early. These reasons are definitely not the only reasons we picked Portugal and are not in a specific order. Climate. We looked at Spain and Portugal as we wanted a mild climate since we were from Southern California. We were tired of the extreme heat and definitely didn't want snow and ice. Where we chose the northern end of the Silver Coast of Portugal, the climate is very mild. In the winter, it averages in the mid-40s for lows, and summer in the mid-70s for highs. What's different is the amount of rainfall we get compared to California. Our city gets an average of 90 to 100 days of rain, which is around 43 inches. Comparing that to our Southern California home, averaging 35 days of rain and 9 inches.
Travel within Europe. We wanted a home base for the ease of travel, as flights are usually max around 3 hours, and generally Flights can be as low as $40 round trip on some of the budget airlines like EasyJet and Ryanair, as well as several others. We also now like to take shorter trips to a new place, maybe 3 days, and we try to limit ourselves on the amount of planned things we do so we can enjoy the downtime of just exploring a city. We know we can always come back if we want to see more.
Affordability. We wanted to afford a home, insurance, and daily living expenses. At the time, Portugal was one of the least expensive places in the EU to purchase a home. We had the goal to downsize, which would include paying less for utilities. Our internet, 2 phone plans, TV is 60 euros per month compared to $200 in California. Insurance was a huge factor because insurance is tied to full-time employment and cost prohibitive to purchase without. We wouldn't be able to stay in the US. We purchased travel health insurance, which was inexpensive and was accessible throughout the EU. When we began to live full-time in Portugal, our private health insurance is 70% less now than it was my monthly contribution from my wages. Cost of food is variable and hard to pinpoint. It's for sure less expensive here, but it depends on what you eat. Eating out is way cheaper and the food is healthier. Transportation is a lot less expensive and less stressful here. We don't own a car, so we don't have the expense of payments, registration, fuel, insurance, or maintenance. That savings alone is massive. We walk the majority of the time, but when we go a little further away, we use a rideshare like Uber. The cost is usually between $3 to $8. A train is usually $8 round trip to Porto, which is about 50 minutes. A high-speed train to Lisbon, which is 2 hours away, is about $36. We can easily rent a car for day trips, which averages $20 per day.
Safety was another factor. As of 2025, the Global Peace Index ranked Portugal as number 7, and the US was ranked 128 out of 163 countries. I can honestly say that I've never been in a situation that I have felt uncomfortable since living here. One of the things that people see when traveling abroad is graffiti. It doesn't generally have the same meaning as the US. Here it's more artwork than meaning you're in a bad neighborhood. If my wife takes our dog out for a walk after dark, she has no worries about safety. Let me give you another example. The first day we arrived, I left my backpack on the train, which had my wallet, laptop, and all of our important paperwork in it. I had realized this shortly after the train had left. I went to the ticket office and explained what had happened. So let me make a long story short. The next morning, I had to take a train to Lisbon, which is a little over 2 hours away, to retrieve my bag. I picked up my bag at the ticket office, and absolutely nothing was missing.
English proficiency. As we located to a mid-sized city with a university, the level of English is very good in most stores and restaurants. However, we have taken strides to learn Portuguese. We've completed 6 months of classes and try to practice it when out, but continue to struggle. It's a hard language to learn and we understand, but the locals are very kind and patient and appreciate you trying to speak it. So if it's not already obvious to you, this is our first time doing this, so the video is not going to be probably great, audio is not going to be wonderful, and there will probably be a lot of ums and so's in it. So we hope that you come along with us and subscribe to our channel, hit the like button and notifications so that the next time we post a video, you might come along and you might come along with us on our daily life in Portugal. So, ciao for now.
Bye.